What's going on, guys? BZ Rider here, back with another video for you. In today's video, we're going to continue on with the maintenance scheme of things with the 350, and we're going to actually be changing the oil on it today. So the last time I changed the oil on the Z was shortly after I got it. I really don't drive it too much, so I haven't really racked up that many miles on it, but I think last time when I changed the oil, I did use like Mobil 1 5W30. I'm going to be switching up to the Castrol Edge 5W40. I know that these cars normally do call for 530 in your owner's manual, but I have seen where a lot of people have used 5W40 in their car, especially the Castrol Edge 5W40, and it seems like they've been having good responses out of their cars with it. So guys, in my last video, I went ahead and changed out the thermostat on the Z. If you guys haven't checked that out, make sure that you do check that out. I'll leave a link as well as a note card up above me. Like I said, we'll get started on doing the oil change on the Z. I haven't driven the car. I haven't driven the Z since last weekend, so it's going to be a guaranteed cold start because it's also 20 degrees outside or less. I think it's actually supposed to get down to 9 degrees tonight. I'm going to open up the garage so that way I don't die and start up the Z. Just let it warm up for about 10 minutes. You always want to make sure that your engine has been running at least a little bit before you change your oil. You don't want to change it out cold. Cycle through the motor and just get everything out of it. I know you want to hear that cold start. Everybody loves a VQ cold start. Give me one sec. Not gonna lie, was not expecting it to be dark already.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, so we have the engine warmed up now. I went ahead and popped the hood, closed the garage door too. Now that we have the hood popped, I also want to check the oil first just to see what my level is at. My motor doesn't really burn oil that much or whatever, maybe just like a little bit. This is a DE, I think that's more so with the rev ups where you have that issue. Temporarily, just to help out with that, I did make my own oil catch can. I mean, it's not pretty or anything like that. It's functional and it does work. There's a little bit of oil in there. And then, of course, in normal Nissan fashion, I don't even know why I'm checking the dipstick because it's going to be almost impossible to read the oil on this motor. The dipstick is in such a stupid location, and by the time you pull it out, it's just going to smack up against like the air filter, the block. It just hits everything. It's a terrible design, but they did fix that later on with the HR motors. All right, guys. Well, if you can see, here's where the dipstick is at, and you're going to see horrible design this is. So we'll wipe it. The dipstick design is just weird. It's like this was an afterthought. Where your hash marks are at, of course, low, your L is down here and your high mark is up here. I do know if you take like some sandpaper and kind of etch this up some on the front side, on the back side, it will make it easier to read your oil. Nissans, I swear, are always difficult to read the dipstick. I don't know why they do it like that. I mean, as you can see, my oil's not really too dirty. So while I'm here too, I'm also gonna go ahead and pop open the oil cap. These sometimes do get stuck. And then just a little tip, same thing that I said with the radiator video, I'm gonna put my oil cap right on the hood latch. That way I won't close my hood without adding oil back in here, or at least checking and stuff like that. All right guys, so now the next thing that we gotta do, of course, is get the car up into the air. That way we can reach the oil pan and the oil filter down below. I'll show you guys the oil filter and the oil that I am using. I'm just using an OEM Nissan filter. I'm using a new crush washer as well. And like I said, the Castrol Edge 5W40. Also too guys, normally there would be like a skid plate that's underneath the Z. I don't have mine on right now. It's just laying right here. I'm not gonna lie, I've been lazy and just I didn't feel like putting it back on from the last video. And I knew I was gonna be getting back underneath here again. But there is kind of like an access area of which you would be able to get to if it was still in the car. Let's get the car up in the air and start draining this oil out. Alright guys, now that we got the car up in the air, a few basic things that you need. Of course, you'll need your socket set. It's going to be a 14mm for the drain plug. There's the oil that we're using today, the star of the show, the 5W40 Castrol Edge. And then we have our OEM Nissan filter. I'll leave part numbers and stuff like that in the description, as well as copper crush washer. We need our drain bucket. Alright guys, then underneath the car, I don't have my splash shield on. It is off right now. Last time I did my oil change, you're still able to access your drain plug as well as your oil filter, even with that on. Also, you may want to have like an oil filter wrench, just in case your oil filter is on tight. You guys think I'll be okay? Here's my gloves right now. See my gloves? Let's see if I can get this drain plug out without getting any oil on. Let's see. Look at that. Beast mode. Alright guys, so as that's draining right now, I just want to show you this original gasket that's on this drain plug, which is pretty much destroyed. There's the metal outside the gasket, and then the actual rubber portion of it stayed on the drain plug. So I would definitely say that this thing was toasted. We got our new OEM one. These are just copper crush washers. Alright guys, so we got it on there now. Then also guys, one thing that I like to do, I like to prime my oil filter. What that is you just take your oil filter, add some oil into it, fill it up some, then let it soak into the filter. If I could do this one-handed, once again. And also you want to just take a little bit of this oil and wipe it around the O-ring on your filter. That just helps lubricate it and make sure that it'll come off easy for you next time. Alright, so we're about done draining. It's just a little trickle. Put the drain plug back in. I believe that this one should be about 26 foot-pounds of torque. I'm not going to get my torque wrench out. I just know by feel. And there we go. Wipe down our oil cooler a little bit. Make sure that that old gasket isn't on. Take our primed filter. Now guys, you don't have to go crazy when you're tightening your oil filters down. When you have it on there and once it makes contact, only go about 3/4 of a turn, and that's plenty tight. And just make sure that you wipe everything down. That way you don't have any oil dripping. Bling! So we got the underside of the car taken care of. The only thing that's left now is to just fill it up with oil. In case you're wondering, 350s or the VQ35 holds 5 quarts of oil. So buying the 5-quart jug, that gives you plenty of oil. I was able to pick up this oil from Walmart. It was about $22 plus tax. You need one of these things. One of these things right here. Fill it up. So guys, I don't know if you heard this, but it was something kind of weird that was happening as I was filling it up. It was making like a woo sound as the oil was going in. Like, I've never heard an engine do that before while filling it up with oil. That was just weird. Whatever. Let's start it up, make sure it's not leaking. Alright guys, so we started up the car. The motor sounded about the same, maybe a little bit quieter. It's not like my VQ was loud anyway. Oil pressure went up, which was good. We had no leaks, which is good too, because we don't want oil leak. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put the Z down on the ground and then we'll check the oil. Alright, so it's saying just slightly low. I know that this thing's full, like it holds 5 quarts. It probably just all needs to finish draining down to the pan. Alright, so there you have it guys. We have successfully changed the oil on the Z. This will also work, of course, on a G35, you know, sedan, coupe. This is going to be the same thing. You don't have to go to a shop to do it. You can do it yourself. For my oil and my filter, 30 bucks, if that. Literally knock out your oil change in like 10 minutes and save yourself waiting in line for a place or anything like that. So guys, I want to thank you for tuning into this video. Hopefully you guys found this video informative. Those out there who already know how to change your oil, hey, maybe you might have learned another tip or trick here while doing this, like, you know, priming your oil filter or something. So I just want to share my knowledge with you guys out there watching this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. I'm posting weekly content. That is my goal for this year. I'm going to be posting every week, no matter what, okay? Unless like some emergencies happen. I'm gonna try to make sure that I upload every Saturday. Turn on your bell notifications, that way you guys will get notified when I do release my video. I want to thank thank all my subscribers that I have right now. We're at 80 subscribers at the time of this recording. Said we're making it to 1,000 this year. That is the goal. For anybody who subscribes to the channel, I'm going to do a weekly shout out. And then also too, I would like to do it showing you guys' cars and rides as well. In order for me to show your ride on the channel, you gotta do a few things. Number one, numero uno, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Numero dos, follow me on Instagram. You guys should know this by now, but like I said, you may be new to the channel or whatever. My name is BZ Rider. Then, let's see, for number 3, leave a positive comment down below. It could be something about that you liked about this video, something about the community, anything positive. It could be just like some motivational quotes or something like that. In order for me to shout you out in a video, you have to be a subscriber. Prior subscribers too, I'm not leaving you guys out because you guys been with me since day one. Follow me on IG, comment on the video, shoot me a picture of your car. I'll post up a picture of somebody's ride. And I'm going to start this on the next video. So this is you guys' chance right now. I want to be able to show love to the community and help out my fellow, car enthusiasts out there. I'm gonna leave the rules down in the comments below in the description of this video. Have a wonderful day. Stay who you are. Make that power. BZ out.